archetypal self-made man, child of immigrants, worked your way up from the bottom, built an incredibly successful grocery business and then diversified into gas stations, real estate, oil, and so on. You're also the product of another era. And my question is the American dream still alive? And is your story possible today?
The American dream is still alive, but it takes hard work. For all those people that feel they can go to work 3 days a week, you don't lose. You don't lose it. For all those people that believe that you're not going to work hard, you're going to lose. So for the American dream is alive for those that want to work hard. And I wrote my book specifically for that, and I think on page 255, I got tidbits of what it takes to win. If you want to succeed, you have to be prepared to work hard. What I'm concerned about is the American dream is alive, but America is under attack right now. We're under attack in so many ways. It is unbelievable. Our borders are under attack. The drugs flowing in from the borders, fentanyl, is killed in the last 12 months. It killed 100,000 Americans. Now, I'll give you a comparison of what that means. If you say 100,000 real fast, it doesn't mean anything. But Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan, we lost less than 100,000. We lost 100,000 to fentanyl in the last 12 months. If a 737 crashed every day with 300 people for 300 days, every day, that's 100,000. So why aren't we pushing the button to protect America? I had Secretary Pompeo on my radio show last week or the week before, and I said, how many countries have to be involved before you call it a world war? And we're pretty close to calling it a possible World War III right now. And I'm concerned. I had several U.S. senators in my office last week, and that's why I'm going to circle around that the American dream is good.
You talked about your memoirs and that were published last year, Lessons from a Common Sense Billionaire. What are the main lessons that you've taken from your long business career? Is it mainly the message about hard work?
Hard work is a message. Honesty, integrity. When I first started in business, I was going to NYU, engineering. And I knew nothing about economics, I knew nothing about business, I knew nothing about banking. And when I started with one store, by accident, and it's a long story and we don't have that time. And because the people I do business with like me. So that's another lesson in life. Honesty, integrity, the people that you do business with, if they like you, they'll do business with you. If they don't like you, they'll find a reason not to do business. And I had a good relationship, starting with one store in 1968, 69, while I was a senior in NYU. And within 3 years, by the age of 23, 24, these people that I did business with, it wasn't banks, I borrowed zero from banks. The people I did business with provided the capital for me to open up 10 stores. And by the age of 23, 24, I was making $1 million a year because of my relationships with these people. And $1 million a year in 1973 was a real $1 million. So, relationships. And for young people, what I say, mentors are very important. I had a lot of mentors. I would say, being in the food business at that time, probably if I had 12 mentors, probably 10 of them were Jewish, because that was the food industry. And I tell young people that they need elder people to talk to and to learn from and to pay attention. And that's another secret.
Great. I wanted to ask you about how you see the state of the US economy in 2024, which, I mean, the US, I'm always comparing with Europe, and obviously the US economy is doing much better than the European economy, much more dynamic, being much more resilient, bounced back much stronger after the pandemic than Europe has. But we've got election coming up and voters are not feeling it. And why is that?
The American people are hardworking people. We don't want a recession. We don't want a depression. We keep on, what was the old expression? We keep on trucking. But I don't believe Washington is running things well. I think the international policy in Washington is very bad. It's on the verge of a war. I believe the energy policies of Washington are very bad. I believe what President Biden did, and I'm friends with him, but I think he's wrong. When he took the first day of his administration, took down the Keystone Pipeline. He took the price of oil from $50, $55 a barrel to $100 a barrel. He allowed Iran, the previous administration, the Trump administration, Iran was going broke. How do you say broke? We had them limited to 400,000 barrels a day at $50 a barrel. They were feeding their people, and that's about it. The present administration allowed Iran to go from 400,000 barrels a day to 4 million barrels a day to $100 a barrel. We made Iran zillionaires. What did Iran do with the money? They funded Hamas. On my radio show, I'm the one that broke the news that they paid 10,000 Hamas families, $10,000 a piece. 10,000 times 10,000 is 100 million. I was wrong. The information came out last week, it was 200 million. So I'm off by a little. They paid Hamas. They paid Hezbollah in Lebanon. And guess what? When President Biden tried to bring down the price of oil back down, because it's an election year, and I applauded him for it. It was down to about $68 about 3 months ago, if you guys remember, the gallons. So Iran panicked because oil money is their blood. So what happens? They hire the Houthis. The Houthis shut down the Suez Canal, shut down the Red Sea, and what happens? Price of oil goes from 68 back to 85, 88. They're in the money. How do you know, I don't sing well. They're in the money. There was a song like that. And so price of oil goes up. Price of gasoline goes up. The food company CEOs, they're not going to lower prices. The price of food goes up. What does that mean? Inflation goes up. So what does that mean? The Fed says, oh crap, we're not going to lower interest rates. The panic sets in. The real estate industry is staggering because nobody wants to pay 8-9% interest. A construction loan is 9%, 10%, maybe more. So what does that mean? The loans on the bank's books. Holy crap. And so you destroy the real estate industry, it's going to lead to a lot of pain in the banking industry. So how is the economy in 2024? I pray.
Okay, final question about your Greek origins are obviously very important to you. So I wanted to ask you about how you see the prospects for Greece and Cyprus and the wider region. Do you have business interests there? Are you following what's happening closely? How do you see the development of this special relationship between the US and Greece, Cyprus, Israel?
Let's talk about Greece. I love Greece. I was born in Greece. Whenever I go there and hear the Greek music, I have tears in my eyes. So I have Greek blood. My big concern, Germany, France, they've been invaded. This open borders crap is a lot of crap. If everybody knows what happened to Great Britain, and Nigel Farage, who's on my show all the time, the real reason for Brexit was not anything in particular, is that the British people went from 67% British down to 47%. My biggest concern with Greece, I want Greece to be Greek. I don't mind visitors. I don't mind people coming and going on vacation. I don't mind some settlers from other countries. But I want Greece to be Greek. That's what. Thank you.